They ordered Earth to kneel. Humanity sent the Black Armada instead. Admiral Zekthon of the Hegemony's Third Fleet gazed at the blue marble suspended in the void before him. Earth, such an insignificant name for such an insignificant world. His mandibles clicked in amusement as he reviewed the conquest protocols on his tactical display. This would be the easiest subjugation in his long military career. "Communications Officer Vexillar," he barked, his four arms gesturing dismissively at the planet. "Open a channel to the primitive inhabitants. Let us deliver the Hegemony's generous terms." The insectoid officer's antennae twitched as he established the connection. "Channel open, Admiral." Zekthon straightened to his full 8-foot height, his obsidian carapace gleaming under the bridge's harsh lights. "Inhabitants of the world you call Earth, I am Admiral Zekthon of the Galactic Hegemony. Your planet has been selected for integration into our empire. You have 72 of your local hours to submit unconditionally. Kneel before the might of the Hegemony, and your species will be granted the privilege of servitude. Resist and face annihilation." The response came faster than expected, a calm, measured voice with an accent the universal translator couldn't quite place. "This is Secretary General Chen of the United Earth Defense Council. Admiral Zekthon, your message has been received and reviewed. Our response will be delivered within the time frame you specified. Earth out." Zekthon's mandibles clicked again, this time in approval. At least these humans understood the futility of resistance. His tactical display showed a modest defense grid around Earth, primitive kinetic weapons, basic energy shields, and a handful of what appeared to be patrol vessels. Nothing that could pose even the slightest threat to his battle fleet of 300 warships. "Sir," Navigation Officer Krilltex reported, "we're detecting some unusual readings from the outer system. Gravitational anomalies near the asteroid belt." "Mining operations, no doubt," Zekthon dismissed with a wave. "These primitives probably strip mine their own stellar debris. How pathetically predictable." The hours ticked by uneventfully. Zekthon reviewed the subjugation ceremony protocols and selected which of Earth's major population centers would serve as examples to the rest. The species seemed numerous enough that eliminating a few million would still leave adequate stock for the labor camps. As the deadline approached, Zekthon returned to the bridge. "Communications. Prepare to receive their surrender." Instead, the same calm voice from before filled the bridge. "Admiral Zekthon, this is Secretary General Chen. We have carefully considered your generous offer. Earth's answer is no. We will not kneel." Zekthon's four eyes narrowed. "Then you have chosen extinction. All ships, prepare for planetary bombardment. We'll turn their cities to glass and—" "Admiral," Sensor Operator Yithra's voice cracked with uncertainty. "Sir, you need to see this." The main display shifted to show space around the fleet. Where empty void had existed moments before, thousands upon thousands of sleek black vessels materialized from what appeared to be nowhere. They surrounded the Hegemony fleet in a perfect sphere, their hulls absorbing light like hungry shadows. "What in the seven hells?" Zekthon began. "Stealth technology, sir," Yithra reported, her voice barely a whisper. "They've been hiding in our sensor shadow this entire time. I'm reading over 10,000 vessels." The human voice returned, but this time it carried an edge that made Zekthon's chitinous spine tingle with primal fear. "Admiral, allow me to properly introduce Earth's response to your ultimatum. What you're looking at is the Black Armada, humanity's first, last, and only line of defense." On the display, the black ships began to move with fluid precision, their formations shifting like a living organism. Each vessel was smaller than the Hegemony's battleships, but there were so many of them, and they moved with a coordination that spoke of either incredible training or something more unsettling. "These ships," Secretary General Chen continued, were built in the shadows of our asteroid belt over the past 50 years. Every time a species like yours arrived at our doorstep with demands, we learned. We adapted. We prepared. Zekthon's tactical officer was frantically working his console. Sir, their weapons signatures. I can't get a clear reading. Their hulls are absorbing our scanning beams. 50 years ago, the human voice went on, the Kethmori Empire demanded our submission. We gave them our surrender and studied every bolt and circuit of their ships as they departed. 30 years ago, the Velthari Confederation offered us the same choice you just did. We knelt and memorized every weakness in their battle doctrines. The black ships were moving closer now, maintaining their spherical formation but tightening it like a noose. Zekthon could see weapons ports opening along their hulls, revealing glimpses of technology that made his veteran instincts scream warnings. 23 different species have visited Earth with conquest in mind, Chen said. Each one left, thinking they had cowed humanity into submission. Each one unknowingly became our teachers. You see, Admiral, humans have a particular talent for learning from our enemies. Sir, Zekthon's weapons officer reported. They're charging weapons. Energy signatures are... Admiral, those are hybrid systems. They're using Kethmori plasma cores with Velthari focusing crystals and... By the gods, is that hegemony pattern? Targeting? The Secretary General's voice carried what could only be described as a smile. Did you think you were the first to arrive here with overwhelming force? The first to demand our world? Admiral Zekthon, you are simply the latest in a long line of would-be conquerors. The difference is you're the first to arrive after humanity finished building our response. Zekthon's mind raced. 10,000 ships, hybrid technology from dozens of species, 50 years of preparation. His 300 vessels, for all their individual power, were like sharks facing a swarm of piranhas. This is impossible, he muttered. Your species was barely spacefaring when we first detected you. That's the thing about humans, Admiral. We're very good at not being what we appear to be. When you demanded Earth kneel, did you expect us to meekly comply? Did none of your intelligence reports mention that humans have never, in our entire history, submitted to a superior force without making them pay dearly for the privilege? The black ships were now close enough that Zekthon could see the details of their construction. Sleek, predatory designs that seemed to blend the best features of every major galactic navy. They moved like hunting pack animals, each one covering another's approach vector. Sir, his tactical officer whispered, recommend immediate retreat. We're outnumbered 30-1, and their positioning gives them overlapping fields of fire on our entire fleet. Zekthon stared at the display, his 4 hands clenched into fists. In 40 years of conquest, he had never encountered anything like this. The humans had turned their apparent weakness into strength, their isolation into preparation, their submission into the ultimate trap. Admiral! Secretary General Chen's voice returned, now carrying unmistakable authority. You have a choice. Leave our system now, and return to your hegemony with word that Earth is not available for conquest. Stay, and discover why we call it the Black Armada. The black ships powered their weapons fully, and space itself seemed to dim around their dark hulls. Zekthon looked at his bridge crew, saw the fear in their compound eyes, and made the first tactical retreat of his career. As the hegemony fleet jumped to hyperspace, Secretary General Chen's final words followed them into the void. Tell the galaxy that humanity does not kneel. We rise.